Hello everybody, this is Senpai. I am not dead, and hopefully I'll be starting my channel back up, trying to provide you guys some content for 6.1 Season 6. The music is brought to you by Monster Cats. Check them out on Twitch, they have VOD-friendly stuff, and it's pretty sweet. So we're just going to dive right into this. So I have had a chance to check out the new Champ Select. I think it's really cool, brings like a fresh new start to everything. Everything looks really nice, looks really pretty. And it got me really amped up to play. And as you can see, they are putting Team Builder into retirement now that it has launched. It's really cool. So you go in, basically you choose two roles that you want. That could be AD carry, do whatever. Or you can have fill, the option of fill. So you choose a role and fill, and it'll kind of place you in a team, and you'll get one of those two roles regardless of what's going on. So it's really nice. So you can try out new champions. Also, sorry with that. You can choose, so once you get into the lobby, you'll get your role, and then you have a champion that you intend to play, so that the people banning know that you want to play this champion, and they can kind of maybe choose their champions around what you want, or kind of get an idea of what kind of team they're looking at. So it's really nice. This is what I've been waiting for. So it's kind of dumb, like you'd go in, you're fighting a brand, and you would think like, oh, I'll flash into minions or something, and it kind of disperse his ult out. Well, no, it's not how it wasn't working. What would happen would it hit the minions, but it just keep bouncing back between you and a minion. So basically full stacks on the ult. So rank 1, you'd be getting hit for like 500 damage. It was really kind of dumb. Really glad they fixed that. So they reduced the mana cost on Dark Wind. In the late game, at first, originally I thought that it'd be really nice for jungle, but you really don't max it. Once you get level 8, you might have a second point in it, but it's still nice. It's nice. Like, keeps your mana up. And a lot of times you do... No, let me take that back. So you do like to harass with Dark Wind, and so that could kind of drain you rather quickly. So it's nice that they got that down. So this is the one that I've been waiting for. So there was this bug where even though you had no mana, you could still shoot your rockets, which is that's really strong. And I don't know. I really need to see a lot of people abusing it, but... yeah, that was kind of ridiculous. Like, to be able to get... you have, like, that extended range, that extra damage, and it makes it really safe for trading. And so for that to get fixed, that was big. And I honestly can't believe they didn't hotfix that. And, oh, okay, wow. So you're receiving less attack speed than intended, so that's not good. Well, this is technically a buff for her. I can't believe it. I've never personally saw this, but I guess... If you're Guardian Angel and you're still able to get auto attacks in or polymorph, that's kind of big. Like, you come back and that could be the Ren that saves you or the auto attack that saves you. And you with Guardian Angel and stuff, that's about like a second, almost 2 seconds that you're coming up. And yeah, so that's big. That's a couple autos. Ren, so they dropped the mana cost, but no longer refunds at 20 mana on kills. So that's kind of big. Nerf the refund on multi-kills as well. So Kha'Zix, this is what I like to see. Kha'Zix buffs. And I played Kha'Zix today and it felt wonderful. So the auto attacks were nice and responsive. Like, they were kind of slow. So before you'd Q and you get like the auto attack and it felt kind of delayed, kind of slow. But now it feels a lot faster and more responsive. Void Spike, gotta be honest, didn't really notice a big difference on that. Except for when I was clearing the jungle, which was nice because before you'd be doing like red buff or something, and you'd only hit the big minion, and then you might hit one side minion unless you got it like perfectly lined up. So that was pretty nice. Helps with clear. Void Leap. This was my biggest thing I noticed. So a lot of times you'll have trouble jumping over some of these walls, and you'll think you got all the way over it just to find out that you hit the wall, and then you do that awkward walk of shame, or you're dead. And that's just painful. Haven't had a chance to play LeBlanc. One thing I can say on this is that you go in for your for a combo. So you say you W'd in, so you move forward, and then you go for your Q, your missile, your little Q missile, into your chain. A lot of the times, like, the chain was just too slow, and they just barely make it out when like you feel like you could hit it. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. Really increase with the responsiveness on it. Love Tap, thank you. Please nerf Misfortune. She is disgusting. This is the biggest one. Honestly, I still feel like they could tweak her ult a little. Level 1 to be doing 600 damage, 800 damage, which I don't know. I don't think it does 800. But I know for a fact that you can do like 600 damage with a level 1 ult. That's just insane. And it's AoE. I feel like that needs to be tweaked down a little. But this Make It Rain, way too much damage. Like 310 base damage for the slow, and the slow that it provides. That was too strong of an ability in my opinion. You can now use your W on your minions so you can run a little faster. So, okay, say you have minion. So it works in two ways. You can chase people down, you can run away. Say you have enemy minions in front of you, or your own minions. Drop that out and run to them. And you're good to go. I don't know how I feel about this Children of the Graves change. Yeah, I gotta be honest. Like, I feel like that 50%, 50-50 was kind of a nice balance, but apparently Riot did not feel that way. And they changed it. Like, I feel like it give you that 50%, like, say you're in a fight, boom, you get that lifesteal, and you're back in the game. Like, you have that chance to fight, and it really can save you some tight situations. So that's just my thoughts on that. Riven, so yeah, she's been pretty weak. With all the changes and stuff, she has not been the strongest, gotta be completely honest. Still, Fed Riven is a Fed Riven. They'll get in the game, they'll come mess you up, and there's no getting away from that. But, so yeah, buffed her passive, that's cool. This I find really interesting. So they reduced the collision radius, but the big thing is increase the Raven Flame Spitter and the tick rate. So it does a lot more damage, does its damage a lot faster. It'll be interesting how that plays out now. I really haven't seen a lot of Rumbles played, so hopefully this brings him back. I really think he's a fun champion, really interesting to play around, really interesting to play with. Honestly, I feel like he brings a lot to the team. This passive, I feel like I'm a little confused on it. Is it like he instantly stealths in bush now? Or what? Because before he could still go. Alright, so he went in stealth twice as fast, but he could still move around while in stealth. So I'm not sure what this is exactly saying. Also, Riot, really, did you feel the need to anger me more? As much as I like Kobe, Teemo just like free throwing those mushrooms across the map, like really, you thought he needed to throw them a little bit further? Tired of his nonsense. This. One of the annoying things about Trundle, he just dropped towers so fast because for some reason, even though when they took out like Kassadin W, Mundo E, they forgot to get rid of Trundle's Chomp. And so it was just really strong. He dropped towers super fast. And like no one else could really compare after they got their nerfs to their E or Mundo's E. And just the auto attack reset ability. So it just kind of didn't seem fair. Ice Pillar nerf, thank you. Fix a bug where he was granting too much vision, thank you. Subjugate, this. It was on such a short cooldown. You would come to lane, and he would just outduel you every single time because it was just no cooldown on it. And now at least there's some windows of opportunity and an increased mana cost, so it really helps out a lot. Poppy, what do we got here? So that's cool. Although I feel Poppy's a very annoying champion, I'm glad they fixed that. Like, really helps with keeping things clean and responsive and how they should feel. So, like, if you're hitting an ability in a certain direction, you'd expect it to, well, you know, be there. This. So with Thresh, I've always been a little confused about that. Sometimes it did feel like you'd be sitting in the middle of lane, all of a sudden you'd have this soul fly to you, and I was like, did I collect that? Like, is this some weird passive I don't know about? So I guess it was just some kind of visual bug, and if they're uncollected, they just disappear, as it should. This is really game-changing. I guess Twisted Fate did sometimes, for whatever reason, his cards would go through. And that's like his gold card, blue card, red card. And that's really game-changing. Say you go to save your AD carry, your Yasuo, you flash W, and then what do you know? The card still goes through. You lose the fight, or you get ganked because you get stunned. Like, it's really big. That's a really big bug. So they changed it to Runic Echoes. Honestly, I believe the fact is because not all APs really need that Lich Bane like effect, and but runes like the Luden's Echo kind of can be a core item on most AP champions. So it just, I feel like that's the reason they made that kind of change. It also helps with AoE clear. Yeah, that's just the reason why I feel they did it. Works kind of a little bit better than, say, the Lich Bane. And now, I guess you can build Lich Bane if you do need it, and so desire. And it doesn't take away from that. This is a nerf, honestly, to Lee Sin. They may not have intended it, but it is, because what she used to do was you double proc your shield, so you get the bonus life steal and spell vamp, and then you'd smite, and you get a little chunk of health. I mean, it wasn't a lot, like 50, but still that helps. A little nerf, but that's just how it is. Increased mana regen in jungle and reduce cost. That's cool. I'm glad they reduced the base damage. Maybe people actually start doing Rift Herald. I have noticed people slowly started doing a little bit more, and maybe now people will start doing more than they have here. So okay, so it'd be so annoying. You'd go, you smite raptors, and then boom, instantly you just lost your buff to a little sight stone, not the sight stone, but the blue trinket. And even though it couldn't see you, you'd still be searching around and you couldn't find it. It couldn't see you, but it's still procced. So they nerfed that so that it only proc if you could see it. And then they increased it for yellow wards and pink wards. So that's really nice. Cooldown 180 to 90 seconds. Okay, so this is kind of making it more competitive with the blue orb, which honestly was so strong. You could have as many of them as you wanted, and you could have your regular ward. So it was just kind of ridiculous. It was basically like a pink ward, and it stayed forever. It was kind of a joke. So I'm glad that they nerfed it, especially early on, where you could just spam those wards. And it was honestly, the yellow wards just really didn't compete as well. Finally, what we've all been asking for. You can buy an elixir in base. It was just so annoying. Like, you'd go inside of fight, it'd be a team fight or something, and you'd just be waiting to buy that potion, and you have to wait a second so you can go in, buy your potion. It was annoying. So they added CDR, dropped some regen down. That's cool. So Spooky Ghost, this is the big one. So they dropped it down to 100% from 150. So it's now more in line with all of the other regular AP items like Morello Nomicon. Morello has 20% CDR and 100% mana regen. So it's kind of, honestly, I don't think that's enough for it to get out of favor with those mid laners. I really think the gold that you get from it is really nice. And even though it's scaled down for your Spooky Ghost, 2 to 5 seconds based on its travel, even with 2 seconds, that's still a lot you can do. Sunfire Cape, they give back a little bit armor. Bug fixes on Winsu. This is another one. So I thought it was kind of weird. You have a Zeal, it gives you 5% movement speed. I feel like you should keep that. You shouldn't lose that and only have it when you're near enemies. So I guess they realized that as well. Gave back that 5%, and now it's a little bonus when you're a 7% bonus when you're near enemies. Static Shiv. We got some bonus damage to minions. So this is really nice. I honestly didn't think it compared as well to Rapid Fire Cannon. At least now you can split push a lot faster. You do have some bonus armor pen. I'm really glad about that. I'm not sure how big of a deal this is going to be, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but AD carries buying 4th item is maybe their last whisper. Okay, so Death Dance was really an item I didn't notice anyone really using. So maybe that these buffs increase attack damage, more healing from the damage dealt, and the bleed will really kind of help out a little. I'm not sure. I would have to play with that because I really don't see a lot of people using it. This is really nice. So they buffed Warlords, nerfed it in early game, but it buffed it in the late game. I feel like it might get picked up a little bit more on people who are late game carries, maybe Tristana, Twitch, those kind of people. Just as you get in the late game, that's a lot of healing, and I'm sure people might start picking that up. Buff to Fervor, very nice. Honestly, what they needed to do, like people are like League of Thunderlords. Honestly, Thunderlords was not broken. I bet you. And just like everything else, really just needed a little bump up. Like Thunderlords was in a good place, and I'm really hoping they didn't nerf it. Window damage to increase the time and the movement speed. Plus, you get slow resistance, which is really nice. So, like, say you're diving someone in a turret, then I think they have some kind of slow on you. You can get in, get out. Oh no! All right, so this did need to be nerfed. To be honest, the ferocity one was much better. I mean, much was worse, and it was just precision was just so much better than the one you got from ferocity. So yeah, that was basically it's an overall buff to Strength of Ages. Really, by the time that you get the max like version of it, like once you have all your health from it, you're basically at around 2k health, and so yeah, that's a little bit, but that's a buff for sure. You get 120 health or so, just really, and it's based on percentage. So even once you get past that, you get a lot more health. So who knows, could save you in a team fight or something. Overall nerf to Bond of Stone. Although you do have 4%, from 3 to 4%, it does lose the increased damage reduction that you get when you're near an ally. So, not sure how many people are going to start going that. I honestly feel like I'd probably start going other things. And then we just have some bug fixes from here on. And so we have an upcoming skin, Challenger Nidalee. I thought it looked really cool. I'm not the biggest fan of her human form, but the Cougar looks super sweet. And definitely worth checking out. If you guys want it, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about the patch. What you think is going to be big. What's going to need some extra nerfs. Just let me know what you guys thought overall. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.